Namaste, and welcome to Online Trade Academy Trading Series. I am Derek Zellick, and today I'd like to share with you some unique concepts of how to time the market with ViX. Okay, so let's get right to it. There is a way to measure psychology in the market through the reading of volatility index, which is known as ViX. Right? So what we know is that there are ways how options trades on the Indian market, so as in the other markets in the world as well, and we can actually measure the volatility. When the premium rises of the options, very often the ViX index will be also declining. So let's actually rising, and when the ViX is actually declining, therefore we will know that the market of the options are actually rising. So it's inverse to the marketplace. So here is the concept. If we want to find when to buy or when to sell Nifty, all we can look at is at the relevant point of ViX to understand what we want to do. So take a look. If I have two measures, right? Typically, ViX, of course, is going to travel somewhere within the levels of, very often, something like this. So if this is the level of 24, and this is a level of 16, okay, what you're going to find out is that when ViX reaches a value of 24, this is the time to buy the market, okay? Buy Nifty or components of Nifty. When ViX reaches the level of 16, very often you would be looking to basically sell, okay, Nifty or components of the Nifty. Now this is a general measure, and we'll go right into the charts and I'll show you guys some examples. So let's get right to it. Okay, so here are the charts. I'm looking right now at Trade Tiger. I have two charts, and let me just expand on ViX. All right, so I am looking right now at India ViX. Now let's just take a look at some of these concepts that I have mentioned earlier and I showed you guys on the board. So as I have mentioned earlier, you're going to plot basically two lines. Okay, I'm just going to roughly use a 16 level. In my case, it shows here 1634 on the low side of the ViX, and also roughly about 24. Okay, so now since I have these two lines presented, 16.3 and then 24, take a look at what happens once the market reached the level of 24. Let's just make a note of this. So one is June 20th. That's the point I'm pointing right now. The second one is, I also would like to point it to you guys, May 25th. So let's observe those two, June 20th and May 25th. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to switch to Nifty future charts. So therefore, we have June 20th and May 25th. Now, remember that on June 20th, ViX was right at 24, and I want to point out right now to you guys that that particular day, take a look on June 20th, what happened to the market on Nifty. Nifty future contract has dropped to the level of 51 plus, and then at that point, this was the lowest point, and it immediately reversed to the upside. Well, let's find out again what happened on May 25th. Okay, so take a look. Here is where I'm pointing right now, May 25th. May 25th also saw a low point on the ViX, a high point on the ViX, and therefore low point on the market. At that point, market rallied up for basically 5 days before continuing its trend. So as you guys can see, this actually gave us a relatively timing entry just by understanding the ViX. Now, let's take a look at the other point of the 16. I'm just going to jump for just a moment. And let's just share with you the low point reading on the ViX, okay, which is roughly about 16. So again, on June 1st, this was the low reading on the 16. Therefore, we should assume that at that point, it's basically time to buy. When ViX is low, it's time to go. So therefore, we'll be selling the market. So on June 1st, take a look right here. Okay, June 1st, we should be thinking that it's time for us to sell or get out of our long positions on the Nifty. So if I look at June 1st on the Nifty right now, take a look. I am just jumping through it. This is the point on the Nifty, June 1st. So as you guys can see, between these low points, 16, and the high points of 24 on the VIX, very often I'll get some ideas when to buy it versus when to sell it. All right, so as you guys have seen through the examples on the VIX, here's a way it's going to be easier for you to remember. Here's what I say. When VIX is high, it's time to buy. When VIX is low, it's time to go, meaning sell or sell short. So again, when VIX is high, therefore roughly at or near 24, it's time to buy Nifty or stronger stocks on the Nifty. When VIX is low, such as 16 points, it's time to go. Therefore, sell or sell short Nifty. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next series.